Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or whenever you come across this video. My name is Francisca Fobete. I am a survivor. And today I want to call this video the survivor's video because I'm going to talk about 5 things survivors need to hear. 5 things survivors need to hear. The first one I'm going to talk about is that survivors need to know that what happened to them, their experiences, was never their fault. The abuse was never their fault. Abuse is a choice made by the abuser. So it is not a failure on the part of the survivor. Abuse is a choice made by the abuser. So survivors need to know that whatever they went through was never their fault. Whatever form of abuse, be it physical, financial, emotional, verbal, was never their fault. The second point I want to talk about is your voice matters. The reason why I say your voice matters is because there are so many people, so many survivors, so many women who are still struggling in abusive relationships and have no idea on how to live. So your voice matters because speaking out helps those who are still struggling to make that decision to leave. Speaking out makes them to understand that there is life after abuse. It gives them hope, it gives them courage. So, your voice matters, and that is why I am speaking out today. I am a survivor. That is why I am speaking out because I know that by me speaking out, I am going to encourage someone out there to make that decision to leave and to, have hope. Yes, your voice matters. The next point I want to talk about is healing takes time. If you're a survivor out there who is struggling with healing, I would like for you to know that there is no timeline for recovery. There is no timeline for you to say, okay, I should have healed by now. There is no timeline. So please do not stress out yourself if you've been out of that abusive relationship for a year or two and you're still struggling, you're still in your healing process. When it comes to healing, there are good days, there are bad days. So healing is not linear. So please do not stress out yourself when you're out and you're still seeing, some of you're having flashbacks. Let me put it that way. You're having flashbacks of some things that you went through while you were still in that relationship. Don't stress out because again, healing is not linear. There is no timeline for recovery. Don't say that, oh, I've been out for a year or two. Why is it that I am still, waking up some days feeling down and some days I am feeling happy? It is going to be like that. Again, like I said, there is no timeline for recovery. There is no timeline for recovery. The next thing I want you out there to know, if you're a survivor listening to me, I want you to know that you deserve peace. Yes, you deserve peace. If you're a survivor who is still out there in an abusive relationship, thinking of how to leave, I want you to know that you deserve peace. You deserve a life free from pain. You deserve a life free from pain. You deserve freedom. You deserve love. You deserve safety. You deserve freedom. So, if you're listening to me and you're a survivor who is still struggling, or thinking of how to live, or saying that if I leave, I might not be able to make it on my own. Yes, you will be able to make it on your own. And yes, you deserve peace. You deserve freedom. You deserve safety. Another point I want to talk about is Your future can still be bright. Oh, yes, your future can still be bright after abuse. Your future can still be bright. What you need to do is live, be intentional about your healing. Be intentional about your healing. And one advice that I maybe just want to put out there, if you're a survivor who is struggling to heal, you may want to seek therapy. Please seek therapy. Again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am a survivor. I have been out of the abusive relationship for 2 years now. However, I am still in my healing process. I'm still healing. Again, there is no timeline for recovery. There are days that I wake up from sleep with this energy, feeling happy, and there are days that I wake up and I don't even feel like going out doing anything. And I have come to understand that, healing does not have any timeline. So I take it one day at a time. And when I wake up and I have those bad days, I don't blame myself for it. I don't blame myself. Rather, I just look for something or any activity to do, you know, just to keep my mind focused. And so what I would like to advise is, if you are like me, that you get up and you have bad days. When you have those bad days, those bad moments, what you can do is just focus on doing something that will keep your mind focused, something that takes your mind off from, maybe if you're having flashbacks of how you were treated. Just do something. What I do most often is that I listen to gospel music, and it actually works for me. So when I get up and I feel down, I immediately just pick up my remote, go to the TV, and just put on something and sing and worship. And after about 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes, I am fine. So I will encourage you to do that, or do something that makes you happy. Something that keeps you focused, or something that takes off your mind from thinking about what you went through. Because again, I can tell you, as a survivor, you don't want to be on that bad side. You don't want to be in a situation where you're thinking or having flashbacks of how you were treated in the past, right? Again, like I said, um, my name is Francisca. I am a survivor, and I am an author. I have a book that was just released in January. Yes, January this year. Strength Beyond Scars. Strength Beyond Scars. And what I'm going to do every day is, just drop maybe 5 or 10 minutes video here just to encourage someone, right? So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye for now.